Oh. Hello everyone, welcome to HujiProductions. Hello everyone, welcome to HujiProductions, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about these, the beehive spring, the brake shoe retainer, something that's causing a lot of controversy amongst people on the forums. Should you fit them or should you not? Loads of people do not bother fitting them and are quite happy. Other people fit them and are also quite happy. So I'm going to try and do a poll on the YouTube video and give the option to vote for what you do. Personally, it's designed to have these and I fit them, but that's my opinion. So let's see how tricky it is to install them. I'm going to bring you over and let's do a live demo. What can possibly go wrong? Right, here we are, currently unfitted. So as an extra note, let's see if I can get this in focus. Right, I need a pointy thing. Right, as an extra note, let's try and get this. Right, this bit that comes up, around and down, when I got these, this bit going down was about a millimetre or two too long, and I needed to cut it back so that I could fit these springs. So be aware of that. If you're having trouble fitting them, it may be because that's just marginally too long. Right, how do I fit them? Well, I've got a screwdriver that I cut the end off and put a slot in. So, and with that slot I can put it in like that, and then when I push down, it pushes straight down with that. Now to fit them, you need to put it in this hole with that vertical, so sorry, horizontal. So that bit there in the middle needs to be horizontal, and I put it horizontal and at the lower part of the hole, and they can do that. And get stuck. Probably one of the reasons people get fed up with them. Let's try that again. Never works when you're filming. Right, that like that, and then I'm going to push in, turn 90 degrees and let go. Oh, that's not quite there. And there you go, it's fitted. So it doesn't take long. These are also not very expensive, so it's not like you've got to pay a fortune. So let's just try undoing it. 90 degrees to the right, take it out, put it back in, and 90 degrees to the left, and it's in. So they're easy enough to fit, they're not very expensive. I'll try and put up on the video what the current cost of them are. And there you have it, the controversial beehive spring. Now, the other thing I've been doing is looking around at all the technical books I've got and all of the manuals for other vehicles that I've been involved with over the years, and I'm going to flick through those and we'll see how many of them have got some kind of retaining spring for the rear shoes. One moment please. So what is the purpose of retaining springs, also known as hold down springs, in drum brakes? Well, They secure the brake shoes to the backing plate. They ensure the shoes stay in place relative to the backing plate, even when the vehicle is moving or vibrating. And without them, the shoes could wobble and misalign, causing noise or uneven wear. They prevent unwanted movement, so when the brakes are not engaged, the shoes are retracted by the return springs, and the retaining springs keep them from floating or tilting, which could lead to contact with the drum and premature wear. They also help maintain the correct geometry, so the drum brakes rely on precise positioning of the shoes for proper actuation. The retaining springs help maintain this geometry so that when the hydraulic pressure is applied, the shoes move outward evenly and predictably. So that's the kind of technical reason, but my personal reasons for fitting them are they are a part of the braking system that Morris designed for their cars, and importantly they form part of a braking system which is a safety thing and so very, very important. I also believe it's standard practice to include some kind of shoe retaining clip spring in drum brakes, so I'm going to back this up with a load of examples from my car library of vehicles from over the years. So first of all, we're going to look at Ford Cortina Mark 1, Mark 2. So we see here springs here, shoe retainer. That's on a Mark 1. The Mark 2, let's move across there, also has retaining springs. Then we move to a Hillman Minx, Hillman Hunter, Singer Gazelle, etc., from the Roots range. So this is from 1967 onwards. We had a couple of these. So, yep, here we go again, retaining springs. There and there. Let's quickly move on. Saab 96 V4. Retaining springs. That was on the rear. And then modern one, so Nissan Almera 2000 to 2007. And if I can try and find a picture that's got it on. Yeah, so it talks about how to remove them here. So that's got the same kind that the Ford ones had, so they had a little plate and a spring rather than a beehive. So that's some examples of different cars. And then, oh, I'm going to have to get on my seat a second. Right, I've also got some sort of technical books as well from various ages. So this is the Oldham's New Motor Manual. When's that from? It was 25 shillings. So old money. 1967. And here we have retaining springs. Oh, and a modern one which has these little springy clip things that go in. I think the Mark II Escort had that, if I remember rightly. The motor vehicle, which is from first published in 1929, and this was published in 1983. And that has a diagram here with retaining clips. And then slightly more up to date, and this is a really technical book, one by Bosch, and that's also got a typical example here where you've got the retaining clips. So I'd say it's the usual design and you should fit them. Obviously it's up to you. I would be interested to hear what your views are. Let me know what you think, whether you fit them or not. Feel free to put your comments in the comment area down below, and hope you've enjoyed the video, found it interesting, and thank you for watching. Cheers, bye.